If you ever thought about doing Walmart Spark or Amazon Flex, this video is for you. Hey y'all, I'm jamielenear, just call me Jamie. Welcome back to another video. As you can see by the title, we are doing a Amazon Flex versus Walmart Spark and which one pays better or more, however I should say it. One of them gonna pay better, but the other one you gonna keep your sanity with. I'm just telling you that. I'm warning y'all of that right now. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. Alright, so let's start off with Amazon Flex. So if you don't know what Amazon Flex, you are basically a gig worker. You are an independent contractor contracted through Amazon Flex to deliver packages. So basically, you sign up for scheduled blocks, whether it be a hour block, 3-hour block, a 4-hour block, or a 5-hour block. You could either do an hour or 2-hour block delivering the groceries, or you can maybe do a, 3-hour block on up to a 5-hour block delivering the packages. And how it works is you either sign up for a block through the substation or the .com location. Now, to me, this is just my opinion, the substation is different from the .com location because I've done both of them. To me, one of them is a little easier than the other, but we're not going to get into that yet. So basically, when you get to your Amazon Flex block, you will get your phone. In your phone, you will start the location. So that's letting you know you are about to check into your assigned block that you scheduled yourself for. So you sign up for a block, you get to your assigned block, you start location, you have to check in, basically identifying yourself. When you sign up for these blocks, you have to make sure that you have your ID card in hand, not a paper ID card, a valid driver's license, because they need to make sure that you are who you say you are. So once you check in and everything like that through your phone, then you go in for your scheduled block. You have to scan the back of your ID in whether the .com or the substation, right? So once you get in there, after you scan the back of your ID, your app it sends a trigger to the app through your phone, and it'll tell you where you need to go at to pick up your packages. You can have anywhere from, what I've had, from my experience, you can have anywhere from 20-something packages to 30-something packages to 40-something packages. I've seen people who have more packages. It just depends, or people who had less packages. I've seen where some people might schedule themselves for a block, and they might even be assigned a block, but they still get paid for that block after 30, if no block is assigned to them, but they still get paid for that block after 30 minutes. So back to what I was saying. After you collected your packages, however packages you get, you go to, in the substation, you go to the person you scan your packages to make sure you're that person who's picking up those packages. Then you go to check out from that. And after you check out to make sure that you are, because they have to verify it as well, then you go on your way. From there, you need to organize your packages, however you decide to organize your packages to get those packages to the customer as quickly as possible. They give you a window of 15 minutes prior to check in. So you have 15 minutes. So say if you have a assigned block from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., you can check in as early as 12:45. And the latest you can check in is they give you 5 minutes after your assigned block. So if you check in they give you from 12:45 to 1:05. All right. So if you don't check in and you miss that block, you out of it. I know, because that happened to me today. But we ain't gonna get into that. So, also with the Amazon Flex, you have the flexibility of the routes, certain time commitments. Now, let's get into Walmart Spark. Now, I like Walmart Spark personally as well, but I'm gonna have it open. I'm gonna just leave it open. I ain't gonna lie, I like both apps, Walmart Spark and Amazon Flex. Now, with Walmart Spark, you can deliver packages as well. You deliver groceries for Walmart. Rather it be you deliver, and you can do curbside pickup, shop and deliver orders, or ASAP orders. And that what that means is you need to click on this offer ASAP if you want this offer. Basically what it is. And Walmart Spark mainly goes off, and I haven't seen this really with Amazon Flex. Walmart Spark basically goes off with any other gig app, which is your acceptance rate and certain metrics you need to hit in order to stay on the platform. And I wish they would do away with those metrics, but it is what it is. That's what they go by. And it just basically depends on what your metrics or how good of a offer you will get. So if your acceptance rate is below, just say if your acceptance rate is in the red, I feel like you're getting trash offers. If it's in the green, you'll get good offers. And I'm telling you, I know, because of the simple fact my acceptance rate in the red right now. My acceptance rate is 36%. Now, you might have other people who might argue and they be like, well, my acceptance rate in the red and I get good offers. It really depends on you where you at. I just know that my acceptance rate is in the red, and I just feel like my offers ain't really hitting like they was hitting in the beginning, and it's real slow right now is where I'm getting at. Now, let's get into these pros and cons of Amazon Flex and Walmart Spark. The pros of Amazon Flex is the block scheduling. You do what works for your schedule. And when you sign up for those blocks, you already know you're going to get that guaranteed pay. That's what I like about Amazon Flex. You know how much you're going to get paid before you sign up with that block. So they are putting in the app a list of offers that's available. You know what they looking for somebody to sign up for, and you already know what you're getting paid. I'm about to go schedule, because sometimes I sign up for 2 blocks in a day. I'm about to go and do a block from 5 to 10. That's $107 I'm about to get. $107. I already know that. And it's even better when surge pay. Because see, with Amazon Flex, depending on the area that you in, you can get paid anywhere from, I seen as low as $15 on up to $25. Sometimes even more with surge pay. You got to be quick on it. You have to be quick. You got to keep on refreshing that screen to see. Because I noticed with Amazon Flex is the closer you get to your scheduled time, the higher the pay is. So say if I'm not scheduled for a block, right? And I see a block that's from 5 to 10, right? And currently they offering, because it's getting closer, let's say 5 o'clock, and it's currently 4:30, right? They offering $118 for that block. You don't think I'm gonna jump on that block? $118 just for 5 hours? And you already know most likely you're gonna be finished before the 5 hours. Shit, I'm gonna jump right on that block. That's why I say the closer the time get, the more money they give you. Last night I hurry up and jumped on it last minute and got $118 for a 5-hour block. You can't beat that with Amazon Flex. And that's what I like about them. I already know what I'm going to get paid. Another thing about Amazon Flex I like, less customer interaction. I ain't got to deal with them sickening ass customers. I ain't got to deal with them. I really don't. I've only had maybe, I'll say 2, 3 at the most customer interaction, and that's because they came out to get their packages from me when they see me pull up. Or no, I ain't gonna say customer. I had 2 customers call me. Well, no, I had to call them because of the somebody y'all get in this building that y'all, this secluded gated building. How do I get in here to get to y'all? And I just like that, but it's not bad at all, and that's what I like. Less customer interaction, so I ain't got to deal, because y'all know them customers be funny acting, and you just have to tail their ass off sometimes. Y'all get what I'm saying. We're gonna move on. And then, like I say, the good pay per blocks. They have some really good pay per blocks, and it's always increasing. Don't ever decrease. Always increase. And what I like about it is they might start off with a price, but the closer you get to that time, that price go up. We like that. We like that. Now, there's some cons with Amazon Flex. And the cons is the heavy lifting of the packages. I say my back be hurting like crazy, y'all. I ain't even lie. My back be hurting because you got to lean over in them carts to get them packages. And that go to show me you need to get your big back ass in the gym. That's all that showed me right there. Get your ass in the gym. That's my workout right there, lifting up them packages. That's all that showed me right there. Lift up them, get your ass and lift up them packages. I'm gonna move on. Next thing about it is the long routes. That's another thing. You can have some long routes. You can be from one town to the next town. It's just the long routes. They might sign you get assigned the block, but you 42 minutes away to get to that block, and that's what I don't like. I don't like that. I might be in one city, and then next thing I gotta drive 42 minutes to get to the next city. I don't like that about Amazon Flex now. I'm gonna tell you that, because that don't make no sense. Why y'all just don't assign people that's closer who live in that area those areas, so at least when they're in back closer to home? Now they might do that, but I haven't had that. I haven't had that at all. I always had to drive 30-40 minutes to get to where I need to be, and I don't like that about them now. And another thing, sometimes it can be limited block availability. Currently, when I look at my app, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all, and I don't know, this just happened today. When I say I always have offers, but after this morning, some shit changed. Let me show y'all. Now, no offers are showing. Look at that. And I keep on refreshing. That has never happened to me before. And it's really pissing me off, because I be trying to do 2 blocks a day, 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening. That's really messing with me right now. And I even called the help driver support. And I was like, what's going on with my app? They was like, well, we don't see nothing going on your end. So I don't know. I just don't like that. I really don't like it. Now let's get into these Walmart. Some pros about Walmart Spark are you get frequent orders. Do I agree with that? We just gonna say you get frequent orders. Another pro can be you can get some good tips. All right. Now you really can get some good tips depending on what Walmart Spark. And that's the difference between them and Amazon Flex. Like, when Amazon Flex, you don't get no tips on packages, but you can get tips on groceries. Never understood that, but that's neither here nor there. We talking about Walmart Spark. You can get some good tips with Walmart Spark. And another good thing, a pro about Walmart Spark, is you have a lighter load than Amazon Flex. I feel like it's a lighter load, and my body don't be hurting like Amazon Flex. That's what I like about Walmart Spark. But don't get me wrong, every gig app has its cons. They always have their cons now. And here are the cons with Walmart Spark. A lot of times, and see, that's why a lot of times I don't like fooling up with them customers, because a lot of times customers like to tip bait. These customers love the tip bait. And what kills me with Walmart Spark is, why do you give the customers up to 24 hours to be able to basically change their tip? They already put in and they gonna give you a tip, right? You giving them up to 24 hours if they can change that or not. That's what I really don't like. I don't agree with that at all, because a customer might give you a $20 tip, then they go back in because they got up to 24 hours and be like, no, I ain't giving you nothing. Y'all want me to act a fool on y'all. But I feel like Walmart Spark, they really need to change that, because once you give that customer, that gig worker, that tip, it need to stay. That it needs to stay, because at the end of the day, you can get your behind up and get your own orders. That's how I just feel about that. Another con about Walmart Spark is stores are not always ready. They're not always ready. A lot of times when you go over there to do that curbside pickup, you got to sit there and wait on them, because they be in they bullshitting around. A lot of times they be in they, you just have to sit out there and wait till the order is ready. And then you got to think about when there's other Walmart Spark workers, when there's a bunch of them, like remember that Walmart, when I had to do an Uber order that one time and pick up some Walmart orders, you got to sit there and wait with other Walmart Spark people waiting on orders. So stores don't always be ready. It just be so chaotic. I just don't understand it. And then another thing, the wait times can just be a mess. Like I just said, it could be a mess, especially if you waiting with other gig workers who trying to come there and do the same thing. Sometimes it's no parking slot for you to park at. You got to wait on them to get the orders together. It's a mess. Those some cons that I don't agree with Walmart Spark. They really need to get it in order. Now let's get into some of my earnings when it comes to Amazon Flex and Walmart Spark. So I'm averaging, I want to say about $20 an hour, sometimes more. I don't like the block that I signed up for today. I can tell y'all right now, that is 102. Well, that's what I meant. 102. I thought it was 107. Tomorrow's 107. I'm sorry. It's 102.50. So you divide the 102.50 by 5 hours, right? So that is, I'm about to tell y'all now. So that's $20.50 per hour, right? So I don't take nothing less than $20 when it comes to Amazon Flex in these blocks. I don't, because time is money. I ain't doing it just to do it. Time is money. Bills need to be paid. And I'm about to bullshit around with y'all. Time is money. I got bills to pay. Now, as far as Walmart Spark, it really just depends. I feel like my earnings be all over the place. It really just depends on how many orders I could take in a day. I could say, because you really want to go off that first hour. So I'd probably say I'm averaging almost around the same in that first hour. Maybe, possibly more. I'm thinking possibly more. But it's just like I have to wait on that. And it's long. I'm waiting longer than what I already know I'm going to get. That's the only thing with it. And then another thing I like about with Walmart Spark is the bonuses and incentives you can get. So really, you can't beat that, but it's just a waiting game. You got to wait on offers to sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes longer to wait on offers to pop up. That's the only thing I don't like about it. And I feel like time is money. When I already know what I'm going to get paid with Amazon Flex, I don't have time to be sitting there waiting. I have to hurry up and sit there and drop off them packages. And then you got to think about gas, wear and tear on your vehicle. You always have to think about that. All right, because you got to deduct that from what you're making. So if you fill up your gas tank, whatever that is, you got to deduct that from what you earning. You got to think about that now. So if I had to choose what I feel would be easier and worth my time, y'all know, I probably would have to go with Amazon Flex. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm gonna have to go with Amazon Flex. Especially if you're somebody like a mom of four trying to survive off of gig work. Time is money. Because imagine me doing five of these 5-hour blocks a week and they averaging $102, right? That's like $500 a week. Now, if I'm doing 2 of those and they averaging, that's $1,000 a week. If I'm doing 2 blocks, averaging around that a week, that's $1,000 a week. Especially if they're paying the same. So you got to think about that. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I would choose Amazon Flex over Walmart Spark. That's just my opinion. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. This is just my opinion. You do what you gonna do and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. But like I said, if I had to choose, Amazon Flex. Now, if you need quick bag, I would choose Amazon Flex. If I had to choose one for stability, I would go with Walmart Spark. Because at least I already know what I'm doing. I'm picking up these groceries. And I ain't about to go crazy. That's what I mean by the stability. But if I want a quick bag, I'm going to go with, because at least I already know. That's just my opinion. Like I said, don't shoot the messenger. But these are just my opinions on which one is better, Amazon Flex versus Walmart Spark, which y'all know leaning more on the Amazon Flex. So if y'all can get in with Amazon Flex so y'all can see what I'm talking about. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.